Okay, let's unpack this. You've given us a fantastic stack of material here, and I'm genuinely looking forward to really getting into this narrative with you. Have you ever encountered a story like one that's so complex, so twisted, it feels almost impossible to fully grasp?
Oh, definitely.
Well, today, we're diving deep into exactly that kind of masterpiece. Netflix's brilliant German sci-fi thriller, Dark.
Hmm.
3 seasons, 26 episodes, running from, what, December 2017 to June 2020. And it's just famous for its incredibly intricate plot, the paradoxes, time travel.
And some really deep philosophical questions, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's so fascinating, I think, is how Dark isn't just a story. It's more like a puzzle, a conceptual challenge. It really pushes you to rethink how you view time, destiny, all of it.
Yeah.
And the sources you've got here are great season recaps, theme explorations, everything. So our mission today, really, is to cut through all that Winden complexity, to pull out the key insights, make sense of those tangled timelines, the family trees. Think of this as your shortcut, a way to understand why this show hits so hard for so many people. We'll look at what happened, sure, but also why it mattered.
A conceptual challenge. I
Yeah.
like that. And season 1, it throws that challenge right at you from the start.
Yeah.
When you first watch it, thinking about Winden, what's the thing that really grabs you? Is it Mikkel disappearing or something else?
Well, for me, it's definitely that initial shock. A kid goes missing in this small town, Winden, and then almost immediately, young Mikkel Nielsen vanishes too into those creepy caves nearby.
Right.
And at the same time, you have Jonas Conwald, who's just coming back from therapy because his father, Michael, recently died by suicide.
And Michael left that letter.
Exactly, that really cryptic letter. And he specifically said, don't open it until November 4th, 2019. It just instantly sets this tone, this heavy feeling of mystery and dread, almost.
It really does. And that feeling just ramps up, doesn't it? Jonas and his friends, Bartos, Martha, Magnus, Franziska, and Mikkel, they actually go exploring those caves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Mikkel vanishes. Plus, you get hints of other strange things. This briefcase, lights flickering in the cave, this weird hooded figure. It all just deepens the whole enigma around Winden.
Yeah, and this is where Dark really locks in its core idea. Jonas finds out something completely shattering. Mikkel didn't just get lost.
No.
He traveled back in time to 1986.
Wow.
And here's the real kicker, the absolute core of the show's paradox. Mikkel stays in 86. He grows up there, marries Hannah,
Jonas's mother.
Jonas's mother, and becomes Michael Conwald, Jonas's father.
So Mikkel is Michael. Mind blown.
It's the ultimate bootstrap paradox, right? Where Jonas's existence is caused by the very event Mikkel's time travel that seems impossible without Jonas existing later to be friends with Mikkel in the first place.
Okay, yeah, the bootstrap paradox. Something that creates itself. No clear origin point. And Mikkel's journey back is what leads to Jonas being born. It's this perfect, unbreakable loop.
Exactly. And it gets even more tragic because Jonas later tries so hard to stop his father's suicide.
Yeah.
But his attempts, based on information from the future, are actually what push Michael to do it. It's that sort of Nietzschean idea, isn't it? You are what you fight.
Yeah.
His attempt to change the past ensures it.
That's brutal. And the show just meticulously layers this stuff. The families, Nielsen's, Dopplers, Tiedemanns, Conwalds, they aren't just neighbors.
No, not at all. They're completely tangled up, linked by these paradoxes, by time travel across generations. Everyone is connected by blood, yes, but also by this inescapable fate woven through time.
It really hammers home that cyclical nature. Past, present, future, they're not separate. They're all influencing each other constantly, setting the stage for, well, more loops.
Precisely. And that leads us into season 2, where things get even more knotted, if you can believe it.
Right. Season 1 sets the foundation, the paradox. Season 2 starts weaving these threads even tighter. We see Jonas, a bit older now, maybe a bit more knowledgeable.
Or thinks he is.
Right. And he starts meeting older versions of his family, even an older version of himself, who goes by the stranger.
Adam, eventually.
Adam, right. And Jonas is just relentlessly trying to stop this midnight apocalypse that's supposed to happen in 2020. But he fails. Again and again. It really makes you question free will in this universe.
It absolutely does. And then season 2 drops the huge bombshell. There's a second world, a whole parallel reality.
Okay, hold on. A second world.
Yep. In this other Winden, Mikkel never went back in time. He never disappeared,
That's pretty bad.
which means Jonas Conwald was never born. Doesn't exist in that world.
Oh, okay.
And that one change just flips everything on its head. The Martha we knew from Jonas's world, in this parallel reality, she's kind of the central figure called Eve. She mirrors Jonas, who becomes Adam in his world.
Adam and Eve.
And they have completely opposing goals. Adam is hell-bent on destroying the knot, the time loop, everything, annihilation. But Eve, her main goal is to preserve the loop, to keep it going.
Why preserve it?
Primarily, it seems, to ensure the existence of her lineage, her son. So you have these two fundamental drives clashing: destruction versus preservation.
Wow. Okay, so Adam versus Eve. And where does Claudia Tiedemann fit into this? She felt important in season 1.
She becomes absolutely pivotal in season 2 and 3. Initially, yeah, it looks like she's working for Adam, but she's smart. She figures out she's being manipulated, and she turns into this wild card. She becomes determined to break the loop entirely, but not through destruction or simple preservation. She starts suspecting there's something beyond just Adam's world and Eve's world.
Like a third option.
Exactly. She's searching for the root cause, maybe even hinting at a third world, an origin point. She's basically trying to find the universe's cheat code.
The ultimate hacker.
You could say that. And her search leads us straight into season 3, where we finally uncover the true origin of all this temporal chaos.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's hear it.
It turns out both worlds, Adam's and Eve's, they weren't the original. They were created, accidentally.
By who?
By H.G. Tannhaus, the clockmaker. Remember him?
Vaguely, yeah. He wrote the book, built the time device.
Right. Well, back in 1986, Tannhaus lost his son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter in a car crash. Utterly devastated, consumed by grief.
He tries to save them.
He builds a machine to undo it, to change his past. But the machine, it doesn't work as intended. Instead of saving his family, it fractures reality itself. It splits his world, creating the two looping, interconnected universes we know, Adam's and Eve's.
So the entire knot, the suffering, the paradoxes,
Yeah.
it all stemmed from one man's grief and a failed attempt to change time.
Pretty much. A tragic, unintentional genesis. An act born from love, really, but with these catastrophic consequences.
That's incredibly poignant. So the solution then, how do they break these loops?
This is where it gets really clever and kind of beautiful in a way. The key involves Jonas from Adam's world, and Martha specifically, the Martha from Eve's alternate world.
Okay.
Guided by Claudia, who finally figured it all out, they don't travel within their own loops. They travel to the origin world, Tannhaus's world.
Before the machine was activated?
Just before. They arrive moments before Tannhaus's son is about to leave, leading to the fatal car crash.
And what do?
They intervene. They talk to Tannhaus's son, Merrick. They convince him not to drive off in anger after arguing with his father. They prevent the accident.
So the accident never happens.
Tannhaus never feels that all-consuming grief.
He never builds a machine?
He never fractures reality.
And the two looped worlds, Adam's and Eve's, are never created in the first place.
Exactly. The entire knot is undone at its source.
But, wait, if those worlds are never created, what happens to Jonas and Martha? They were born in those worlds because of the loops.
And that's the sacrifice, the profound, bittersweet consequence. By preventing the accident, by stopping the creation of their realities, Jonas and Martha ensure their own non-existence. They and everyone else born solely because of the time travel paradoxes simply cease to be.
Wow. So they saved the original world by erasing themselves.
It's the ultimate act of letting go, the only way to truly break the cycle.
That's a heavy ending. But is that it? Did they just vanish?
Well, the show gives us this incredibly poignant final scene. We're back in what seems like the original healed world. 6 people are having dinner. Hannah, Katharina, Regina, Willer, Benny, and Peter. People who existed independently of the main paradoxes.
Okay.
And there's this moment, the lights flicker. They talk about a feeling of deja vu. It's subtle. And then Hannah, who is pregnant, looks at a yellow raincoat, Jonas's signature item, and says she thinks Jonas is a beautiful name.
Oh, wow. So even though the loops are gone, there's like
Mm-hmm.
an echo, a faint memory.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just fate, or a hint that some connections, some feelings might linger even when the timelines that created them are erased. It leaves you wondering, are some things just meant to echo?
Definitely leaves you thinking. And that final scene really touches on those big philosophical ideas the show explores, right? Like fate versus free will.
Absolutely. And you see these different approaches embodied by the key players trying to deal with the loop. You've got Adam the Older Jonas.
Hmm.
His philosophy is basically scorched earth. Destroy the knot, destroy everything, because existence within the loop is just suffering, radical annihilation.
Total reset through destruction.
Then you have Eve, the alternate Martha. She's the opposite. Her drive is preservation at all costs. Keep the loop going, primarily, it seems, to ensure her son exists. It's about control, maintaining her reality, even with the suffering it entails.
Protect her own no matter what.
And then there's Claudia. She finds the third way. She realizes it's not about destruction or blind preservation. It's about understanding the origin and realizing that breaking the cycle requires sacrifice, letting go, maybe even love in preventing Tannhaus's pain. She finds the compassionate, albeit costly, solution.
Understanding leading to sacrifice. That's powerful.
It really is.
So, okay, we've journeyed through Winden, right? Untangled, or tried to untangle, these timelines, the families, the motivations. Hopefully you now have a much clearer picture of Dark, not just the what happened, but the why it matters, the big ideas underneath.
Yeah, we've looked at how time isn't linear here, how it's cyclical, how paradoxes literally create people and trap them, and how these different philosophies, annihilation, preservation, sacrifice, emerge when people face what looks like an inescapable destiny.
So I'm doing all this now, the loops, the origin, Adam, Eve, Claudia, the final sacrifice, that last scene. What really stands out to you about choice, about destiny in this whole story?
Well, that leads to a really interesting question, something for you to chew on. In a story like this, where trying to change the past often just ensures it happens,
Right.
and where the only real fix involves erasing the heroes and their entire realities, what does that final flicker mean? That moment of deja vu, Hannah wanting to name her baby Jonas? Does that hint that maybe something's memory, fate, maybe even love can somehow echo, can transcend even the destruction of time itself? What do you think that final scene is really telling us?